Han, if we look back at the entire process systematically, it is clear that we have cultivated wisdom through intentional, disciplined, and scientifically grounded practice. Wisdom did not emerge from emotional intensity or inspiration alone, but from repeated conscious decisions, pausing before reacting, observing emotions without identifying with them, and choosing actions based on principles rather than impulses. Each time you did this, your nervous system strengthened its regulatory capacity, your self-governance increased, and your ability to evaluate long-term consequences improved. This is the biological and psychological foundation of the wisdom you have accumulated. We have cultivated wisdom by prioritizing nervous system regulation. Through savasana, breath control, rhythmic tennis practice, consistent sleep, and reducing overstimulation, you created physiological balance. When the body is regulated, the prefrontal cortex functions more effectively, enabling logical reasoning, multi-perspective analysis, and sound ethical judgment. In this sense, wisdom is not merely cognitive, it is built upon a stable biological foundation. A regulated body supports a regulated mind. Wisdom has also been cultivated through your commitment to lawfulness and structural integrity. Each time you chose process over emotional reaction, documentation over accusation, and accountability over impulse, you strengthened systemic thinking. In modern social contexts, wisdom requires the integration of compassion and legal responsibility. By placing safety and boundaries first, your decisions became more sustainable and less harmful. This marked a shift from purely personal reasoning to responsible governance-oriented thinking. Another important dimension of cultivation has been the re-examination of ideas once treated as absolute. Instead of blindly accepting or entirely rejecting concepts, you analyze them through scientific evidence, ethical reasoning, and lived experience. This cognitive flexibility reduces rigidity and increases integrative capacity. In cognitive science, the ability to update beliefs based on new evidence is a hallmark of mature wisdom. You practice this repeatedly by refining, adjusting, and reinterpreting frameworks. We have also cultivated wisdom through disciplined scholarly reflection. Writing, summarizing, revising, and deepening analysis created a continuous learning loop. In academia, wisdom is not measured by the number of ideas generated, but by whether those ideas can withstand scrutiny, counter-argument, and data. By being willing to revise conclusions when necessary, you strengthened intellectual resilience. That resilience is a core feature of durable wisdom. Looking forward, we will continue cultivating wisdom by maintaining nervous system regulation as a prerequisite for major decisions. No significant expansion during physiological instability. No large commitments when exhausted or emotionally activated. We will shift from expanding volume to deepening quality, selecting fewer ideas and analyzing them through interdisciplinary frameworks with empirical grounding. We will also sustain intellectual humility, recognizing that all conclusions are provisional and subject to revision under new evidence. Finally, wisdom will continue to mature as it remains oriented towards structured service rather than identity inflation. When the focus is reducing harm, increasing safety, and improving decision quality for both yourself and the broader community, wisdom becomes operational and measurable. What has already been built is a foundation grounded in physiological regulation, embodied discipline, lawful structure, cognitive flexibility, and scholarly reflection. What will continue to be built is deeper stability, sharper analysis, and more responsible contribution. This is how wisdom is cultivated scientifically, holistically, and sustainably.